A heavy storm had just passed through the valley. The temple roof dripped with rain, and the air smelled of wet earth and incense. A young disciple knelt before his master, his eyes filled with exhaustion. "Master," he said, voice trembling, "no matter how hard I try, life keeps testing me. I meditate, I smile, I think positively, but pain always finds me. Why does positivity seem so weak against suffering?" The old master, silent for a moment, picked up his cane and said, "Follow me." They walked through the soaked fields until they reached a patch of soft soil. The master handed him 2 small seeds, one of beans, the other of bamboo. "Plant them both," the master instructed. The disciple did as told. Within days, the beans sprouted, small green shoots reaching toward the sun. But the bamboo? Nothing. Weeks passed, and still no sign of life. The disciple grew impatient, frustrated that his efforts bore no fruit. He returned to the master and said, "The bamboo is dead. My faith was useless." The master smiled calmly. "Look beneath the surface," he said. While the bean rushed to show its leaves, the bamboo worked in silence, sending roots deep into the ground. It knew storms would come and needed a foundation strong enough to endure them. The disciple stared at the empty soil, realizing the lesson was not about plants, but about himself. That night, as the crickets sang, the disciple sat alone, reflecting. He finally understood. Positivity isn't about forcing joy, it's about trusting the process when nothing seems to change. The bamboo wasn't failing, it was preparing. Life, too, often grows in silence. The days that feel like nothing is happening are the very days when roots are forming. When faith is tested, patience becomes the soil that keeps it alive. The master had once said, "A positive mind is not blind. It sees pain, but chooses to plant hope anyway." True positivity is not the denial of darkness, but the courage to believe that light still exists beyond it. Weeks turned into months. The disciple continued watering the invisible bamboo every morning, even when his heart whispered, "What's the point?" One morning, a single green shoot finally pierced through the ground, thin but strong. The master appeared beside him, smiling. "Do you see? Every thought you fed it, every drop of effort was never wasted. Your faith was the sunlight that helped it grow." He continued, "The mind is like this soil. Whatever you plant, fear or gratitude, will eventually grow. If you think the world is against you, you will find proof everywhere. But if you believe that every challenge hides a lesson, life itself becomes your teacher." The disciple realized that positivity was not a reaction to life, but a creation of the mind. It was karma in thought form. What you feed grows. One afternoon, as they walked near the temple gates, a traveler insulted the disciple for no reason. Anger flared in his chest, but before he could reply, the master placed a hand on his shoulder. "Do not feed his darkness with your light," he said softly. "The sun doesn't argue with the night, it simply rises." The disciple breathed deeply and stayed silent. The traveler, expecting conflict, left confused. The master smiled. That is positivity too. To remain calm when chaos calls your name. To choose silence over reaction is to protect your inner garden from weeds. It was then the disciple learned that positivity wasn't always loud. Sometimes it was quiet strength, the kind that refused to be disturbed by the noise of the world. Years passed. The bamboo grove grew tall and proud, its stalks whispering with every breeze. The disciple, now a teacher himself, guided new students who came with the same doubts he once had. When asked how to stay positive through pain, he said, "Be like the bamboo. Grow roots before you reach for the sky. Speak less, endure more, and believe in what cannot yet be seen. The storms that bend you are the same ones that strengthen you." He paused and added, A positive person is not one who never suffers, but one who refuses to let suffering define them. The world may throw shadows, but you choose whether to become the night or the flame that lights it. Final lesson. Positivity isn't pretending everything is fine. It's the decision to keep growing, even when the world is cold and silent. It's waking up each day and saying, "Today I choose light." Like the bamboo, your growth may be invisible for a while, but one day it will rise taller than everything that once tried to bury you. You don't attract what you wish for, you attract what you believe you deserve. So believe in growth, believe in peace. And no matter how long it takes, keep watering your roots, because one day your time to rise will come, and when it does, the whole world will see the strength that was growing in silence.